Hello, everyone. How are you? I hope you guys are doing well. Aging in Place Directory members, I am happy to be presenting the second webinar in our new series of monthly, weekly interactions. Anyway, this webinar is a precursor to next week's webinar. Next week's webinar, I'm going to show you how you can quickly create content, information, to share what it is that you do. And you can share this information, live at presentations, on your, on your own webinars, on your social media, YouTube videos, your website, anything at all. But I'm going to show you, I think it's 8 or 9 step prompt that I use to create my sources of information. And it's been working out quite well. So I'm going to do that. But before we do that, we have to create an outline of phrases and information that we're going to be talking about. I mean, you have to start off with an idea, a phrase, whatever it is that people are looking for. So I'm going to show you how to find out what people are looking for. So often as professionals, I mean, I did that as an occupational therapist. I did that, as an internet marketer. We're so used to our own niches, our own specialties, that we think we know what people are looking for, but we really don't. So these keyword phrases, or the way to research them, will show you what people are actually looking for so that you can give them the information and answers. So we're going to switch over to my desktop, and I'm going to show you 3 tools that I use for keywords and how to create your own list of phrases. All right, we'll get to that in a second. Okay, so there are 3 tools that we're going to be talking about. One of them is Ahrefs, Ahrefs. This is the most expensive tool. I think it's about $2,000, $2,100 a month. Not exactly sure. They keep raising it, changing it, have different plans. But you can share it with others, so that may be helpful. It's very comprehensive. It's what a lot of SEO professionals use. They either use Ahrefs or Moz or SEMrush, and they all are about the same price range. So I like Ahrefs. I think it gives you a lot. But if you're just starting out, I wouldn't recommend it. The other 2 tools that I'm going to be talking about are more affordable and will work out better. This is the tool I used when I ran my internet marketing company. So I needed something that was really, really robust because I was responsible for the marketing of my clients' websites and their businesses eventually. So I wanted it to, be as thorough as it could. Plus, I needed all the extra bells and whistles, but you don't need that necessarily these days, especially with AI. So the way it works is there's a lot of things you can do on Ahrefs, but what we're going to look at is the Keywords Explorer. So when you do sign up for an Ahrefs account, if you do, you just click on Keywords Explorer and you're going to get this box. So the best thing that I can tell you is to create cluster groups of keyword phrases. So the way you're going to think about it and the way you're going to write it on your notes pad or Excel sheet or however is you're going to have a main keyword phrase, and then underneath that keyword phrase you're going to have at least 10 other phrases that are related to that main keyword phrase. So an example would be, let's say a broad keyword phrase is aging in place. So you're going to come in here and you're going to type in aging in place. And that could be anything. Aging in place is a broad term. So now when you come to the Ahrefs list, you're going to see terms that match. You're going to see questions. What else are people talking about, and what else other websites are ranking for. But right now we're just going to look at the terms that are matching. and the questions. I really like the questions. So let's say you're going to do, we're going to view all the phrases, let's say. So that all phrases are terms and questions. So aging in place, you're not going to have an article or information just titled aging in place because it doesn't say anything, it doesn't address a problem or answer a question, nothing. So you're going to look for phrases that do just that. So it could be instead of certified aging in place specialist, you're going to say something like, what is a certified aging in place specialist? Or how can a certified aging in place specialist help you? You're going to say things, you're going to look for, write another article, let's say. That could be one article. Then the next article could be benefits of aging in place. So that would be two. Another one could be, aging in place specialist near me, finding aging in place specialists near me. Could be home modifications for aging in place. Contractors, what is it? What do contractors do as far as aging in place? Or why look for a contractor who's certified in aging in place? How to become one if you're going to go that route. That's a whole nother little box of information. And so on. You're going to be looking for phrases like that. If you want to do just questions, then you can click on this box up here and it will just, didn't even list me any questions. Oh, it's because it changed. No, it didn't. It didn't change it. But, so let's go back to all terms. So, that's how you, and you can keep going. Don't bother looking at the volume, at all of these numbers, anything like that. Don't bother looking at any of that because a lot of that is not, it's not right. The information that they gather, these are just guesstimates. They're not actual numbers. And the KD is just their own rating system. Intention is just the intention that they assign to it. It's probably an AI assigned intention, which isn't bad, but still, you can do all of that with the prompts. You don't need to pay extra in Ahrefs anymore for all of that information. So I'm going to swing this over and give me a second. I'm going to swing it over. So I already wrote a list of 10 phrases. Now it's 10 or more. This is just 10, but you could do the main phrase obviously is aging in place, but I don't want to write something just about aging in place, or I'm not going to go to a seminar and the title of the seminar is aging in place. I mean, what about it? So I'm going to start off with something like, what does aging in place mean? And then these are all my keyword phrases. And if I were to write articles on my blog or newsletter or whatever, it would be one article for each phrase. And then we'll go into interlinking and all of that later on in another webinar. But the point is, when you start writing, when you start creating content, whether you're going to present it live or put it on YouTube or video or writing in any way, email list, whatever, this is how you do it. You start off with a main phrase, a main term, you create a phrase or find a phrase for it, and then you write at least 10 articles under that main topic. All right, we're going to go back because I'm going to show you the other keyword tools that I think are more beneficial for you. Okay, so we looked at Ahrefs. So now we're going to look at Key Search. Now, Key Search is, if you pay for the year, it's $240. If you pay it by the month, it's $24 a month. So you get like 2 months free when you pay it for the year, if that's what you want to do. Again, you can share it with, I believe you can share it with someone. So I think that that's extremely affordable. You can decide. But if I were to put aging in place, so in Key Search, what you can do is you can do keyword research. You can also look at what your competitors online are doing. You can look for keywords on YouTube, which I think is excellent if you're doing YouTube videos. So let's look at aging in place. We're going to do keyword research, aging in place, any location. If you wanted to do just the United States or a specific country, you could break it up that way. And then you can decide, do you want related words? Do you want words just on, are people on Pinterest? What are they typing in as far as aging in place? On Amazon, what are people typing in as far as aging in place? On YouTube, Bing, Google, eBay, whatever, and related. So we're just going to do related phrases because we're looking for a list of phrases that are related to aging in place that we can write our 10 or more additional articles on, and as well as the main one. So here we have a list of phrases. Again, don't look at the volume or cost per click or pay per click or the score. These are just guesstimates. They don't be turned off by them. I have gotten lots of traffic for very small very small phrases, small volume phrases compared to larger ones. It's just, don't look at those numbers. Just look at the phrases and what would be appropriate to your business, to what your services you provide. So here I think you have a better checklist, a better list even than the Ahrefs gave. It was easier to look at. Like aging in place checklist. I think that's a great keyword phrase, or how to use an aging in place checklist, anything like that. Grants, I think, are so important. Pros and cons. What is the meaning of it? I love how it has the different places, DC, Connecticut. That goes to show you that people are looking for aging in place services in those areas, which was the whole reason of how the aging in place directory even got started. But anyway, so you're going to be looking aging in place news, anything at all. Aging in place news can give you an idea of maybe you want to start a podcast on aging in place news. Because again, these are phrases that people are typing in. So if they're typing them in, then you know that people are looking for it. So then now it's up to you to figure out how to give them that information. Okay, so once you have, you can get a list of phrases from here. If you want to switch over to database, you're going to get more broader phrases. Actually, this looks like more places in locations. All right, so that doesn't look so good initially to look at, but let's look at Google Suggest and see what that says. Home care, remodeling, definition, house plans. That might be great for a builder. Benefits, communities. That would be interesting to find some of those, have a list of those in your particular area or across the country or provinces. What does it mean? Technology, architecture. So this looks aging in place in occupational therapy. Okay, so let's say that you wanted to look at aging in place remodeling. So what I like about is I can take that phrase, I can copy it, I can put it into Google or Bing, whatever search engine you use. And you can take any of the URLs. So we're going to go here. I'm going to copy that URL. I'm going to go back to key search. And this time I'm going to go to competitive analysis. And I'm going to look at organic keywords. And I'm going to enter in that URL. I don't want that. I just want the URL. And I'm going to look at the entire domain. You could look at the specific page, but we're going to look at the domain. And I'm going to see what keyword phrases is that business getting traffic for. Obviously, aging in place remodeling, it's in their domain name, so they're going to get it. They're in San Diego, I'm assuming. Aging in place home remodelers, Safeway step bathtub cutout. That may be something you want to write about. Accessible home remodeling, walk-in bathtubs, portable threshold ramps for wheelchairs. So now you can see what competitors online are getting traffic for. And then that can give you an idea of even more keyword phrases. may not necessarily go under the aging in place main category. But if you were to do, like for this one, if you were to do a main category of bathroom safety for aging in place, that would be the main phrase. And then you're looking for 10 other phrases under that. That could be one of those phrases. Roll-in shower design, anything like that. Obviously, it sounds like they do a lot of bathroom. So let's look at the next one. This one, let's just get the URL entirely here. Okay. And then let's go back to key search, type in that. This time I want to look at the actual page because it's the page that came up, not the home page. Okay, so contractors, best home upgrades for seniors for aging in place. You know, you're going to add little words like for, in, the, that kind of thing. So this could be 29 best home upgrades for seniors aging in place. That would be a great keyword phrase. Remodeling for senior living. So those are good phrases from that one. So how about the Spruce? Let's see what they got. So let's take a look at that. And again, I'm going to look at the specific page. Okay, home remodelers, best home upgrades, the same thing. Most common upgrade project, that might be a good phrase. And you can continue. You can continue going on to see what is it that other people are, other businesses that are coming up for the phrase you want to come up for. What is that page or what is that business getting traffic for? What phrases? And this gives you an idea of what people are typing in. Aging in place tips, home remodeling checklist, remodeling for senior living, and so on. A lot of them are similar. So you can tell that if they're similar across multiple websites, you know that it's a popular phrase. So again, don't look at all these numbers and all of that. Just look at the phrases and create your own list of phrases. Now you're going to find, you know, like the first one, we found some phrases about bathrooms. So then that will allow you to create another cluster, another main keyword, and then 10 phrases, at least 10 phrases under that. And then you're going to do one for bedroom and for living room and kitchen and so on and so forth. So yeah, you are never, I promise you, I have been working on my other website, seniorsafetyadvice.com, for I think 5-6 years now. And I have never run out of keyword phrases to write about. And that is all about senior care, caregiving, aging in place. I have not run out of phrases. I still have a list of over 1,000 phrases that I want to write about, and it just continues to keep on growing. It's impossible to keep up. So you will never run out of phrases. But the important thing is to keep researching them and finding them and seeing what is it that your audience is looking for. It could be a new device, it could be a new product, it could be so many different things. All right. Another tool that I want to show you is called Answer the Public. Now they're running a special at this moment. I don't know how long that special is going to last, but it's $119 for lifetime use. Otherwise, it's $11 a month. And that's if you, I think it's just $11 a month. I don't think they have a discount for paying for the year. Anyway, it's a great tool. It breaks things up in a different format. So I'm going to show you how to do that. But what I like about it is that it gives you phrases people are typing in Google, in Bing, in YouTube, TikTok, Amazon, Instagram, that kind of thing. It's very similar to what Key Search does in that it looks at keyword phrases, you know, from other places, from YouTube, and well, it only does YouTube, but Answer the Public does a little more. So if you're marketing on Instagram, and hey, I just have to tell you, I just learned yesterday, YouTube has always been the #2 search engine on the planet for years and years. Well, as of yesterday, Instagram is now the #2 search engine online. So if you're not marketing on Instagram, get going. I myself am not marketing on Instagram, so I am formulating a plan on how to integrate that project into my already busy schedule. But it's important to do, and especially for aging in place, not necessarily for the older adults, I don't think, but certainly for the adult children of older aging parents. All right, so let's go again, aging in place in Answer the Public. Okay, again, don't look at the numbers and all of that. But what I like about it is it gives you three options of how to list your phrases. And it breaks them up. Either you can get a list of questions, prepositions, comparisons, get the entire list in alphabetical, lists, a list of them with numbers, 8 best, the 9, whatever, and then related phrases. Related phrases are a great way to get even more information out there, maybe talking about something that is related to the main topic, but not directly related. So for aging in place, it could be you're talking about, outdoor landscaping and how to make the outdoor landscaping more age friendly, like raised garden beds, paved walkways, that kind of thing. It is aging in place, but it's not directly related necessarily because not everybody has an outdoor area to, to set up as aging in place. Anyway, you can also break it down to they call them wheels, to a list, or to tables. I'm going to show you each one. So the wheel is basically this. It's a wheel, and they break it down to who, which, what, are, why. I'm surprised they don't have how on here. But when you click on why aging in place is important, then it shows you the Google list of that particular phrase and how they got that on there. It keeps going on. I like the wheel. I think that here's the preposition wheel. For me, it's a little confusing. It's not as easy to follow. So I tend to go with the tables, but I'm going to show you the list. So, you choose the one that you like, of course. So in the list, then it's going to give you the list of keyword phrases and then what they are. These are the questions, these are the prepositions, these are the comparisons, alphabetical, and so on. So it gives you the list of phrases. So if that's easier for you to read, then go for it. The tables just breaks them down into boxes. So anything with are, anything with what, which are, these are all the questions. And then the prepositions, for, is, near, and so forth. I like this format, but you, again, choose what works for you. So again, if we're going to look for phrases, what are aging in place backer boards? I have not seen that keyword phrase on any of the other tools. So if I were to take that and put that into Google and look to see okay, so bath, plumbing, Quora, of course, Sterling Plumbing, Home Depot. That is, I think, a very good phrase because a lot of people, when they're building their home, if they are building or remodeling home, they don't think about adding the backer boards for future needs, future use. I have a friend who just built a home in Santa Fe, and they're nowhere near aging in place, but they knew that this is going to be their forever home, so they added those backer boards everywhere. And I think that that's a very smart thing to do. But it's an interesting phrase, so that if you are a contractor, if you are in universal design, aging in place, anything like that, I think that is a great question. I'm going to put that on my list and write something about it. So, all right. So, and then again, other phrases that you can take and put under your list and maybe build another new list. I want to take a look at the related phrases and see what they come up with. Home modification, bathroom design for aging in place. Okay, that would be a good phrase to start a bathroom cluster of keywords. So anything under bathroom design, what keyword phrases can you find for that? So let's take a look at that. I'm going to copy that, but you could talk about that. You could products, talk about products, services, how an OT is integrated into Aging in Place, what are their specialty services, and so on. I like Aging in Place versus assisted living. I like that, to give people the idea of this is the difference and how do you accomplish both of them. And how do you do aging in place in an assisted living facility? I mean, some places aren't so, aging in place. Okay, so let's go to list, bathroom design, tables, bathroom design. Okay, not many phrases for there, but if we go bathroom, aging in place, if we break it down, we might get more. Okay, yeah. So if I just remove some phrases and just leave the basic bathroom and aging in place, then we start getting aging in place bathroom design, design ideas, layout, remodel for small bathrooms, and get some ideas. And again, you can take these phrases, put them in to Google. I'm interested to see what comes up for that. So if we get this designer person, put that in there, go to key search, competitive, organic and see what are they coming up for. So yeah, so I would recommend, if you're going to get a keyword tool, which I recommend you do if you're going to be doing any kind of marketing, that you get both key search and answer the public. I think those two are the best, and the two of them combined come nowhere near the expense of Ahrefs. But I wanted to show you Ahrefs just in case, I just wanted to show you that, the top tool in the industry. Okay, so these are the colors that they're getting. I mean, the colors, I'm reading. These are the keyword phrases that they're getting for their website. It's not that much on that particular place, on that particular page. Let's do a specific page and see if it gets anything. Okay, so for that place, small bathroom remodel ideas for seniors, shower designs for elderly, 5x9 bathroom design, bathroom designs for elderly and handicapped, old house bathroom renovations. That's a good one. Old house bathroom renovations. Barn conversion bathroom ideas. Okay, I guess some parts of the country need a barn conversion bathroom. Yeah. Okay. So it's very interesting to write, to find out what it is that people are looking for, and then to give them that information. One way or the other, you become the source for that information. And sometimes you get picked up by news sources. Of course, if you share this on your social media, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest for any kind of design. Pinterest is very, very good. You can use AI images. Your own images, of course, would be amazing if you can do that. So this is how you basically do keyword research. Get a main keyword phrase, obviously of the services that you provide. Find at least 10 other phrases that you can write underneath all of that. And then next week, we're going to talk about how to create all this information. But for this week, your homework is to begin creating that list of all these phrases. Get your main phrase and 10 phrases under it, another main phrase and 10 phrases under it, and so on and so on. Build that list. Spend the week doing that list, because there are so many out there. So many unique ideas out there. The other thing you can do is, if you wanted to, now it doesn't pull out phrases that people are necessarily typing in, but it does give you ideas. So let's say you wanted to do an entire section just on showers. So you could go to Chat or Perplexity, or DeepSeek is the other one. Actually, let's try DeepSeek because that's a new one. It's from China, so you may or may not want to use it. But either way, you can do the same thing on Chat or Perplexity or Claude or Grok, I think is the other one. So I found a keyword phrase that I want to target on my marketing materials, and I am looking for other related phrases for based on that main keyword phrase. Can you please give me 30 different phrases? The main phrase is shower designs for elderly. Okay, now yes, you do want to say things like please and thank you and all of that. Let me say that, thank you, because the more human you are to when you speak to these AI programs, the more human the information comes back to you. Now, obviously, this is just going to be a list, so it's not going to sound all that human. But if you were writing content, it would be more human. All right, so now all it's doing is it's gathering information on phrases that are similar or related to. Now, are any of these being typed in by people? I don't know. You can take the phrase and you can then, go into key search and see if it's, let's see if it's viable. Let's look for key related and see if it comes up at all. But again, see, it comes up as 0, but ADA approved walk-in showers, showers for people with disabilities. But again, if it comes up with 0, I'm not sure that it's not a great phrase. I mean, if you go in and type it into Google, I do see other websites. I see YouTube videos. I do see questions about it. I do see other websites coming up. They don't necessarily have that in the title, but the topic is definitely there. So it just gives you ideas of other ways that other things that you can talk about. Low threshold, grab bars, a spa-like, anti-slip flooring, thermostatic shower controls, and so lighting is so important. Lighting is so important. My friend's home in Santa Fe was a beautiful home, but because the ceilings were so high and the cap bulbs were so small, it was so dark in there. It was interesting. So that's going to have to change later on, and so on. So it gives you ideas. So use AI to give you ideas, not necessarily the main keyword phrase. But if you really like that phrase and you want to go for it, because you never know. Again, the numbers are just guesstimates according to what their program is doing. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this webinar. I will have links and related information below, and I thank you for your time. Take care. See you next time.